Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Car Rescue. I want to show you what I bought yesterday. In our local town close by, they had this truck for sale at an auction. It was the last truck to go through the auction, or the last item to go through, and I bought it. It's a 1994 Chevrolet C30. It belonged to the fire department, and then they retired it because it had a miss. And I don't know what the miss is, but I bought it with a miss, maybe two misses. Let's look at the engine. That is a 7.3 liter or 7.2, let's see. No, it's a 7.4 liter 454 engine. It's fuel injected. It's got air conditioning, power steering, power brakes. See the little damage on the side. You can see the tires they got on it. This truck has never been tagged. I got the original title when they bought it brand new in 1994. This is the bad of it, okay? It's got a miss. It's an automatic transmission. It's a four-wheel drive. And the four-wheel drive works good. It's a very clean truck. You can see back in the back, that seat has probably never been set in. But I want to show you the good part. $27,301 miles. That's why I bought it. Four-wheel drive, I mean, it works better than my wife's Jeep, and it was brand new. You just move that lever. Very little effort to move that lever, and I checked it out. The four-wheel drive does work. It's probably never been used. I guarantee you nobody's ever smoked in it. The air conditioner does not work. I don't know what's wrong with it or nothing like that. Here's the switch has come loose. I guess that's all the lights are dimming like they're supposed to. But it's got a good oil pressure. Now what they said it needed a piston. Okay? I'm a mechanic. I know pretty much when a vehicle needs a piston. There would be oil everywhere if it had a busted piston. And I don't know if the oil pressure would be that good with a busted piston. And I don't think it'd be sounding this good. It sounds like it's got maybe a valve problem. And if I have to change the head, I'm going to change the head. I'm going to do a compression test on it first. Let's see if it starts right back up. Yep. But I'm going to do a compression test on it. Find out what cylinders is missing. I'm sure they have checked it out, but they had it checked out or whatever. Off and on battery switch. But let me show you this. There is the bed that came off of this thing. And look at the bed they just bought for it. It's got the LED lights. This is a brand new, almost brand new bed. They've used it very little after they had it put on. This toolbox, I can't open that door. Can't open that door because of the straps. But this box that goes on the side, look at this. Very, very nice box. There's no rust on it. Manila Fire Department. That's a Rawson Koenig. But look at the bed below it. C&M truck beds. I don't know what this bed costs, but I'm going to say $2,800. I don't know. The bed might cost $3,000. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. Maybe $3,500. Who knows? But there is a nice bed. Oh, by the way, I got the bumper with it. I got some fancy lights up there. I don't want to put this bed back on. I'm going to leave that bed on it because I'm sure that's a booger to take off. Ouch. Springs. Look there, what a nice bed. Oh, I got a ball. See that? This has got a gooseneck ball. So I can pull a gooseneck trailer if I want to. And it's got these newer LED lights like my new trailer's got. I'm thinking I'm going to sell this. Sell that to somebody that needs it. I don't know what it's worth. What do you guys think it's worth? A nice bed like that. Hadn't been damaged. It's got the boxes. Those doors, I'm sure they swing down and you can work out of them. So this would be a good work bed for somebody that had a mobile repair shop thing, or, you know, I'm sure you could put an air compressor in it, all that stuff. And you can see the tires, you know, they're still good, but they're not that good. But here's what I'm thinking about. I need a four-wheel drive work truck for my business, Dead Car Rescue. Somebody sprayed cleaner or something on there. It looks like it. There's the jack still down there. That's the cover. There you go. Got lights. Man, at 27,000 miles though. Light works there. Really, actually, it's like a brand new truck. It's just been set up. Seat, a little bit ragged over there, but, you know, it's getting in and out of it. Probably every Tom, Dick, and Harry that worked at the fire department drove this thing, I'm sure. The brakes are good. Power steering's good. I drove it home. I need a work truck. Something I won't have to worry about bumping into or getting into weeds and stuff like that. Of course, all this stuff will come off. All those signs, the stripes, I don't know, I might leave them on there, I don't know. But Dead Car Rescue on my doors. You can see the West Coast mirrors that were on this thing. Looks like they were broke off or whatever. And a 454 motor, I'm sure that thing's gonna suck some gas. But, you know, I mean, if I'm saving wear and tear on my new Ram and the miles, that's no biggie. Hopefully I don't have to replace a head. Maybe it's something simple, we'll find out. Okay, it's like 4 hours later. I'll show you what I found. That's the first cylinder. That's the second cylinder. Ooh, third and fourth cylinder. There was my miss right there. The valves still look good from what I could see. Still gonna pull the head up out of there as soon as I get my cherry picker a hold of it, because it's one of those two people heads. It takes two people or a cherry picker. This old man just ain't gonna pick it up. I like to barely got the intake off. So there we go. That's what I figured I would find, and I was hoping I would find. So now the easy part's done. The hard part's putting it all back together again. Remember where everything goes. All this spaghetti wire plug-ins and all that, and all this stuff. But I did it. Okay, more later. I'm going in the house, climbing the shower, and rest my weary bones. Talk to y'all tomorrow or the next day. It's a good thing I didn't show you what I done, because I'm gonna tell you, I tore this thing down and the heads are heavy. I had to use a cherry picker to get them off. Put it back together, and it took me about a week or more. I'd come out and work on it a little bit and go back in the house and lay down. My back was killing me. But anyway, my back's better, and I kind of worked it out. That's what you got to do. You got to work it out, and I worked it out by changing the heads on this, the gaskets on this thing, and tinkering. Just worked slow. It was too slow for videoing. You guys would have got bored. And I thought, well, I'm not going to film that because nobody wants to see me, you know, and not 100%. Oh, I'm not 100% anyway. I'm like retired, 68 years old. I'm running on 6 cylinders now, but I was running on like 4. And make a long story short, got it back together, started it up. It ran for about 5 minutes. I poured some water in it and topped the water off. And when I got through doing that, I looked in the back by the tailpipe. Steam was rolling out. I mean, it was just like a steam train. What it was I torqued the heads in 3 sequences. 30, 60, and then I went to 85, I think. Okay, 30, I did 60, and I got the right driver's side head done. After I got the thing running, it was smoking and steam was coming out of it. I went back and checked my torque wrench. It's still on 60. And I did that, and then there was one head bolt that I left on 30, and I didn't get it on 60. And that was on the passenger side where it was bad in the first place. Tore it all back down on the left side, on the passenger side. Had to buy a new head gasket set for one head gasket. And put that head gasket on there. Took my time, checked everything twice, put it back together, now it runs good. I fixed it. But it was embarrassing, but, you know, that's what'll happen, even to professionals like me. So if you mess up, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just cover it up, you know, like a cat covers up poop. Just cover it up. Don't tell nobody. I'm telling you guys, because you're learning from my mistakes. And 10 years ago, I would have kept it to my grave. You know, I wouldn't have said anything to anybody. But let me show you the truck. All this was done by me. An old man. Now it does have a leak on this, I can't remember, hydro boost is what they call that. It's leaking right under the bottom right here. And it's leaking down on the frame. And power steering works that. So I'm going to change the hydro boost if it continues to leak. I'm not going to mess with it if it stops. But it's a good running truck. I mean, it runs out down the road like a brand new truck. Okay, it's day 471 on this truck. So I think we're going to wrap it up for this video. So I want to just show you a few things I've done to it. And I know it's not old and you guys like old vehicles. So we'll be working on something old on the next video, we'll promise. I just had to show you this because I was kind of proud of it. And all the work I've done. Had the air conditioner charged. It was leaking from here. That's all it was. Had it charged up. I put a new alternator on it. Right here. I went and got a cheap Chinese alternator put on it. It lasted 2 miles down the road. I had to replace it. So I went back and got a new one. Did replace a hydro boost. As you can see, all that works good now. The engine runs good. No leaks nowhere. I got to change the oil. Is the next thing I'm going to do to it, but who wants to see that? Now, as you can see on the sides here, we did take the lettering off of it. I put new tires on the front, had the front end aligned, and I bought these hubcaps and stuff for it. Put those on there. Bought a couple of mirrors for it because one of the mirrors was bad. And got those put on there. There's the bed without the other bed on it. You know, it's dirty. I've still got to wash it and clean it up. The whole thing. But it's a good bed. I got to get a mud flap for the other side. Don't even know where you buy those at, but I did this. Without a mirror, I backed right into a storage container. So that's on me. But anyway, that's the bed you can see without the other bed on it. And this is the little body damage I've got done that I'm not going to do anything with. I did clean it up inside. The door cleaned up pretty good. I still got to armor all it and make it look a little better. But went to work on the back and cleaned it all up back there. There's not much else I can say about it. It's just a truck. But I am going to sell it. I'm not going to keep it. Done changed my tune on that, so. It is a good truck, though. With 27,000 miles, guys. 27,581 miles. And I put, let's see here, 262 miles on it since I changed the head gaskets. Still running good. Air conditioner's blowing cold. Power steering, all the lights, everything works on it. I am going to get a windshield put in it. Probably this week. And get that done. And I'm thinking about just spraying primer. I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to let somebody else do that. I'm just going to primer this and primer that. And leave the bottom the way it is on both sides. and clean it up real good, set it out front, and sell it. Now this is, look here, this is where your tools go. This here is oil from something else, from where I was squirting oil everywhere. But anyway, it's pretty much ready to go. There's nothing else I'm going to do to it as far as under the hood, except for change the oil. And by the way, I did sell the green 67 Ford Fairlane yesterday. I sold it. It's gone to its new home in Mississippi. Gave me a little more money. I can play with my other cars now, like buy some more old stuff, and that's what I'm doing. Buying old stuff. Okay, everybody, the old clock on the wall says it's time for us to get on out of here. So, until next time, this is Steve for Dead Car Rescue. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.